Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds. Got a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just...
Touchdown, Kentucky! Then they strike first.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
At the 35, he's got room. He's off to the races. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense
Looking for a huge play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going up top on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Got it set up on the outside. Afterburner's coming. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
The offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Kentucky 14, Wake Forest 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that.
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll leave it with him. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of it.
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure to throw to an open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He'll take another shot here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
It's complete on the right side. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. On the move is the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They'll try to get outside. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Turns it on at midfield. Off he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Clemson. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Off the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out. There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it on the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Off play action. The sure hands. It's Wade. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. What a catch and run for 6.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
42, Wake Forest.
The Wildcats will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. That ball skips through the end zone. And they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The Demon Deacons get enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience and bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Now improvising. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Skips away from pressure. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over Kansas State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No, Moss. Get it together.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll let it go down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Steps away. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking for a man. It's Harvin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 30, at the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had...
Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd.
Kentucky 42, Wake Forest 28.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. To the ground with the back. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wake. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now the offense will come onto the field again. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch on the left. Nothing but green ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. The Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Harvin. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A third down try for the offense. They'll try to run for it. Hits him with a stiff arm. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his back in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Here comes the hurry up. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wake. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
Running toward the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Quarterback checking off. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Keeps it himself and gets the first. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Trying to run it in. Knocked off his feet. 4th and goal from the 1. You got to go for it.
100%. I'm going for it. I'm not bringing a kicker on the field. Go for it.
They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. They'll run the sneak for it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Forest offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Touch pass on the run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. We're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays.